Hello and welcome back to Direct Response Design Podcast. It's Davide here, as always, ready to talk you about how to improve your conversion rate thanks to design, especially when it comes to paper marketing. I love marketing on paper. I love direct response, marketing materials on paper. That is my focus. And in this episode, I think it's the moment to introduce myself a bit, just to let you know who might design your next sales letter, magalog or bookalog, and why I'm so sure I'm the right person to do that. So, I am 30 years old now, and it's been like almost 10 years I am doing this. So, I think I'm kinda young, but I managed to work for the greatest direct response marketers in Italy. I will tell you everything in a bit. What you have to know is that I approached the advertising field industry because of my summer jobs. I used to work in a clothes shop, my family's clothes shop, my cousin's clothes shop, and I was not exactly the best one at folding the clothes and dealing with the clients, etc. I was like 17 years old, so but I was good with technology, and it happened that they asked me to manage their Facebook page. It was, 2007, something like that. But what happened is that I started managing that Facebook page, taking some pictures, writing some posts, and what happened is that from 500 followers in a bunch of months, we brought them to 3,000. So I said, okay, look, there's something I can do. I'm pretty good at it. Wow, I think I'm keep going with this, and more or less is what happened. I mean, I was not the best student at school. I was not really interested in being the best student. So basically, I finished the high school, and I was there like, what should I do then? Should I study economics like my whole family, my brothers? Should I learn how to use an Excel sheet and this kind of stuff? I tried for a month, and then I said, okay, no, I do not belong here in this place with people that it's taking themselves too seriously. I am not like that. And I remembered of that thing of graphic design that I was kind of good at when I was creating the posts for the Facebook page. And I said, okay, you know what? I think that I'm gonna learn craft. I'm gonna go deeper in graphic design, in advertising field, and see if I still can have that kind of fun while at the same time I'm making some money, because I couldn't picture myself doing a standard job. I suffered just staying seat for a long time during high school, so I couldn't picture myself doing that for the rest of my life. I preferred to go to work in some factory, or I don't know, to whatever. What happened is that I enrolled this graphic design college, started, and something weird happened because my whole family works in business. My mother is a financial consultant. My father was an entrepreneur. My brothers are entrepreneurs, financial consultants, and marketing consultants as well. So I grew up with this idea of how a company works, how a brand works, how sales work. And I didn't find this in design college. It was all about art the most of the time. It was about the aesthetic. I was not even good at draw. I cannot draw, honestly. And I was there like, I'm not really good at making things look good, but I'm good at thinking about what is necessary to sell, to persuade people to buy something. And I was not really satisfied of the college. except for a bunch of courses, especially when it came to digital marketing and web design, that was a bit more advanced from a salesman point of view, because there were already some ways to measure the results, at least in Italy, thanks to the web, the online, the sites. And then what happened is that one day I'm there looking for some marketing course, because of course at the college I was in, taught some marketing, but I needed something more. I felt like, I cannot do the aesthetic part. I will do the marketing strategy, the branding strategy in particular was my favorite. And I started listening to some podcasts, and reading some stuff about direct marketing. And oh my God, I felt like I was enlightened, because I said, oh my God, look, this is exactly what I want to do. This is exactly the kind of advertisement I want to do. Something that helps people making sales, selling their stuff, their products, their services. And at that point, I found out about copywriting, direct response copywriting, and said, look, graphic design is cool, but it's clear that I have to start from copywriting. So I will become a copywriter. So I enrolled the best Italian copywriting school at the same time. So I was doing 2 different schools at the same time, one for graphic design and one for learning copywriting. And it was an expensive subscription, both of them, but I was also working. And I was also young. My family helped me a bit. Thanks, Mama. And I was like Dea Kali mode, goddess Kali mode with many arms. I was managing to do everything. And this copywriting school was absolutely amazing. I had a lot of fun studying the legendary copywriters' sales letters and seeing some experiments on the Italian market. It was just my dream. I was living the dream. But it was expensive, and I was paying for that with my own money, which were like $200 a month, which for a college student, it's a lot, as you know. So after 6 months of this school, I had the last call with my tutor, and I was ready there to say, look, it's been beautiful, but it seems that now I have to walk with my own feet. I had to go on my path, and we will see again maybe in the future, blah, blah, blah. And just a moment before I could say this to my tutor, he said, oh, look, Davide, you're one of the best enrolling this course. Why don't you come and work for us? We need more copywriters. And I was like, oh my God, really? And of course I accepted and started studying and writing copywriting for this, for what was the best copywriting team at the time. We were talking about 8 years ago, maybe something less, like 7. So I enrolled this and I started studying the American courses, Gary Bensivenga, Gary Albert, David Ogilvy, Dan Kennedy, John Caples, Claude Hopkins, Russell Reeves, and all the legends of this amazing field. I was like a sponge. I was absorbing everything. But what I noticed is that at least my colleagues, my copywriter colleagues, were like a level 0 when it came to graphic design. And they were sending this sales letter like edited just with Microsoft Word, something really basic, something not really complicated and not really appealing, honestly. But when I was studying all the copywriting masters, I could notice that there was some kind of graphic design there. It was not the fancy, creative, brand awareness graphic design that they taught me at design college. It was like something more editorial, but at the same time, there was an attention to the details, to the persuasive part. It was so natural to read everything, and I started reverse engineering all those graphic designs. I was using my InDesign software, and I was like recreating those and trying to understand what was happening there. And slowly I started applying those things that I was learning from the reverse engineering to my fellow copywriters' works, and we saw that the sales were increasing, that the time of people staying on the landing page reading was increasing thanks to, a bunch of design tricks. So I decided to go back to graphic design, but in this new way. And I said, okay, I'm good at this. It seems that this is my field. It doesn't require to be an artist. It requires to be a salesman that knows how to use a graphic design software, right? So keeping going like that, keeping study, at a certain point, I see that there were some designers focused on this field, and this is how I found out about my teacher Lori Haller. She is one of the greatest direct response designers in the US, and I enrolled her course. I learned everything I could. I wrote to her, and it seems that I was her first Italian student. Oh my God, I was so happy to hear that. And that's it. This is basically how I started. And it was something very required. I was on high demand at that time. So I created my own company. I was at my own place at the beginning with a guy helping me. It was some of the best days, some of the most fun days of my life. Even if I tell you, my dear fellow not Italian friend, that doing business in Italy is a huge pain in the ass. You have to pay taxes for everything. If you breathe, you pay taxes. If you die, you pay taxes. If you hire someone, you pay a lot of taxes. If you don't hire someone, you have to pay taxes. Oh my God, a complete hell. But it was still fun, and it was such a precious experiment with my life, such a precious experience. I'm still so grateful nowadays. And at a certain point, we were becoming so good at what we were doing there that the biggest direct marketing company of Italy started giving us some projects for them. And those projects at the beginnings were just a bunch of things. Then they become more and more and more. And at a certain point, they write to me and say, "Oh, look, can you come at our office? We would like to speak to you, to talk to you." I went there, and they said, "We want to hire you and your whole team to work for us." And that was my favorite company in Italy. The absolute dream, I swear. And of course I said yes. And for 3 years, I managed the design area of the biggest direct marketing company in Italy. It was a lot of work, a lot of procedure to fix. I had to communicate at the same time with the web section, the printing section, the copywriting section, the strategic section. I was like just the last step before printing, before launching the campaign. Everyone needed a lot of graphic design, but thanks to my probably OCD, my fixation with the procedures and light and very efficient workflows, we managed to do a great job. We upgraded all their graphics to the point that nowadays they are the standard in direct marketing in Italy. It's been such an amazing adventure. I'm so grateful for that. But after 3 years, it became kind of monotonous, and I felt like it was time to start again. So this year, it was April, if I should be April or March, I decided to go freelancing again because I want to go beyond. I don't know, I felt like I had to do this, and I was right. I'm feeling happy. I'm doing this podcast. I'm sharing what I learned. I'm sharing my experiences, and I hope that the things I'm sharing here in this podcast with you all, it's gonna help you to get the same results that I got and that my clients got with their improved designs. So this was my story, basically. Just to let you know who you are dealing with. I'm for sure not a standard designer, but I think that my salesmanship orientation, my salesmanship preference when it comes to design, it's gonna be helpful, especially for those that are using direct marketing and direct response copywriting. I hope that we can work together. I hope that this Italian direct response designer is going to be helpful to be more readable, to be more interesting for your clients, and to be to bring your marketing to the next level. If you want to just have a talk with me, just a short video call to see if I can really help you, there is my website, filippinistudio.com. With 2 P's. There is my email, there is my number. You can feel free to write to me anytime. Also, just to give me a feedback about this podcast, which I'm having a lot of fun doing. And that's it. Have a nice day. And that's it. See ya.